Our kids had to eat. Cast. Today we got special guests. We got Dunder Buildz on the show. Come on out, Dunder Buildz. Turn this thing. My bad for being late, by the way. Yeah, life happens.
Chris, you always dropping the ball, man.
No, I had to. Hey, man, kids gotta eat, bro. Kids gotta eat. Sometimes, the show must go on. I can't believe you don't have access to this.
You know what, bro? The thing is, he was gonna go on vacation, and he decided not to go on vacation just to be here.
Yeah, man. I'll put my work clothes back on.
Yeah, you put your work clothes back on. So what's going on, Dunder? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you guys doing?
Really busy as ever. You know that. Trying to get into the creative mode for like the last 2 weeks. Forcing myself into build mode, trying to do something. So tell us a little bit about. Oh, yeah, what's
First key advice is you should never force the ball.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta work through it though. Sometimes, you know what I mean.
Sometimes.
So, anyways, tell us a little bit about what's been going on with you. What all you've been kind of working on and what you've been trying to do in here.
I mean, for the people who don't know anything about me, I've been here for about
You want to turn off the music?
3 years.
Yeah.
August 2021. Since then, I've built a lot of worlds. I started a business in here called DunderBuildz.com, and basically, I was a consumer builder for people who didn't have the ability to build, didn't want to go into build mode because you know how you felt or whatever, and kind of help small businesses and people, get seen in the metaverse. And then since then, with new releases of tools and stuff, I've been really dabbling in like the new improved graphics worlds. So I have a couple worlds out like that, and then of course the City of Adam. That's my biggest product of all. Yeah, that's my biggest.
The City of Adam is so beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie. When I walk through City of Adam, I feel like I'm walking through like some GTA type shit where I'm actually immersed in some new virtual city, bro. And that's literally what I was looking for when I got on this platform. I really do appreciate that you were the one to give that shit because you did that shit right, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like Vegas, bro.
Yeah,
well, it was a team effort. It's actually a team. Primitive Shapes in here, which comprises of me, Amina, and Golden Hand. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen like the Kobe Bryant or the Mandalorian. This guy's an amazing artist. He's a CEO and lead art director, pretty much creative director on the team. So really, all the vision comes from his vision of the city and my vision of the city, and we kind of bring it together and keep building blocks. But yeah, it's been exciting, man.
You kind of like blend the City of Adam into like all your builds, right? Like pretty much for the most part, like a lot of your builds are like take place in the City of Adam and things like that.
For sure. But like I still have the my Dunder Build side. Primitive is I live and bleed primitive shapes. And so yeah, all my time goes to that. But like I have the Northern Lights experience. I have Arabian Nights with a shooter gun experience. Nowhere is somewhere and somewhere is nowhere, which is kind of taking you into a space where you're not sure if you're in outer space or underwater, or it's just a trippy kind of experience.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I like to dabble with the art form of it as well as the realistic builds and stuff.
So what do you think about the state of the improved graphics? What do you think about that? I want to know kind of like your take on it. Like,
what do you exactly mean the state?
So like
the future,
do you like kind of where it's at? Do you like kind of where it's at and moving forward with that, or do you still have like more of an attachment to like primitive builds?
So I do. I have an attachment to primitive builds. I never want primitive to go away, just because it gives artists and true creators the ability to create something from nothing, which you can do on a computer just with improved graphics. But it's a different art form when you're using your hands, I guess. Like when you're actually building it and you're getting into the model, and you can't do that on a PC. What I will say about improved graphics is a lot of the technologies that a lot of people here want to experience in here that are in VR chat and other places, they won't be able to come here unless we move with the future of what the metaverse is going to be. So
yeah.
you have to, there's a give and take, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it'll be great. Really all we ever asked for was more textures, because textures in itself can change in a space, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I'm happy with both. I know some people have two different thoughts on it, because some people have tried, you know, improved graphics in here. Some people don't. But that's part of the process of testing, and a lot of people don't understand that this app's still in beta.
It is.
It's got another 7 years until it's a standalone app, you know, which VR Chat is a standalone app. They get updates rarely, you know, we get them weekly.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I hate the updates. I just want to say these damn updates. Meta.
I think the world would agree with you in here, or all the people in the world in here would agree with you that every time, and I don't know, I wouldn't say I hate them, but I hate some of the effects that the updates have on us.
Like the gray people.
Yeah,
something
like,
always breaks something.
People.
Is what happens in here. Yeah,
instability seems to be their biggest issue.
But that's like any business. I mean, if you start like this place, you know, until you started testing and having more shows, you didn't start to find bugs,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things that you're like, oh, we should have put a door here, or we shouldn't let people jump through, or you know, it's all part
probably
of the
get
test,
Grams on the teleport
Yeah.
button so that he can start the show if I'm late or something like that.
I
So
know
in the
this
end, I
guy,
mean,
man. This guy's so freaking dropping the ball. I felt like he really had butterfingers on dropping that ball. I was like, crazy. Where are you?
Hey, man, I'm
time.
sorry. You know, kids were saying they were hungry. I had to go get them some food. I mean,
Hey, people got to remember, real world is first, man.
Yeah.
First.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens, man.
So,
but as long as he made it, he did make it like on the split sliver of on time.
Hey, you over here complaining because I was 2 minutes late. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I told him, I was like, he's right on time. He's right on time.
No, literally
right
on time.
I came straight in. Boom, got the show started. Let's go.
Yeah.
Forgot to turn the music off though. So,
thanks for
by the way, does it say we're online up
patience.
there? Because I can't tell. I don't know why. There's another thing right there. See,
Does
look
it say
at that.
offline or online up there?
Offline.
That's for the
Everybody, give
podium.
me confetti if it says online. Oh, it says offline, buddy.
Ah, shit.
See,
What about
drop
now?
it another ball. Give me some confetti if it's online now. It's still on. It's still offline.
All right. We
There it
good. We good.
goes. There we go. Everybody gets some confetti up to the air for the online.
It's honestly
Crazy
just
got
a
it.
novelty. I mean, really. I mean, realistically.
It's all about the experience, man. Those little things make it feel real.
Yeah,
You know what?
exactly.
That's literally what I was talking about building, because even building is like that. All the little details make it feel real. You know what I mean?
So I
Like, even the size.
I got a good question for you. What's the fastest you ever ate a cheeseburger, man?
What? The?
A cheeseburger. I thought you were gonna say it was the fastest I've ever built a world. I don't have a time. I never.
He never
minute,
spent
maybe.
time. I never
I got a
spent
triple
time, like,
cheeseburger from
timing my
McDonald's,
cheeseburger.
and on the way home, and I just went, yomp. I just shoved
Deep throated the cheeseburger. Everybody
Dude, I don't
heard
even
it.
think I chewed it. I just swallowed that thing whole.
Crazy
freaking-
deep throated cheeseburgers.
Gross, dude. You're nasty. Freaking nasty.
No, you're nasty.
Hold on. I'm gonna be like Grams. Let me put my hands up. Shit. Anyways, so let's see. We've talked about Adam and all that. City of Adam. I really like the world that you had your birthday party in. You told me the name yesterday. We went and saw it yesterday. When
So
did
that's
you create that? Like when was
that's like I said, anything in the city is a team. It's a team build. That's Golden Hand, me and Amina. And we work diligently to create spaces that people can have their experiences in, hang out in, you know, chill in, show their friends, you know, whatever. But yeah, that was built by the team right before my birthday. That actually was planned out for months and months and months. And
I'm
months.
sorry for missing your birthday, Doug.
Oh, it's all good, dude.
I feel like a dick.
It was
I
a
saw
great man. We had Steven Shires in here performing, and
Dude,
great
I
show.
literally saw the post after, because we talked about it when I went to go, chill with you and smoke. That's what I do usually. And we were smoking. You were talking about your birthday, and I remember, like, when I saw the post, I was like, What a dickhead, Gramps. Like, what a dickhead.
Yeah, dude. How could you miss it? I missed it too, man. I didn't even see the post because we weren't. Dude, how come we weren't freaking following each other on Instagram? That's what I was like. What the hell? When I tagged you today, I was like, or when you sent me a follow request because I tagged you in it, but then it was like, what the hell? Like, I was like, how do I not have him followed? I thought for sure.
I come across people all the time. I thought I follow, and here I'm not even following.
Right. I don't know. I've been lacking on my Instagram posts lately.
You've been lacking on everything, crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Hands in the air, holding up the sky type of guy, dude. Come on now.
Am I right now?
Come on down from there.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. You're gonna be like this whole show, bro. You're gonna be like.
Because I walk around and I go, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
So you had a pretty interesting thing happen to you, and I know we talked about it a little bit the other day, but I think the audience might want to hear it too. Tell us a little bit about you getting shot, man. That's a crazy story.
Oh yeah, for you guys don't know, bro, got a whole bullet in his chest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a good experience. But it was a couple. I don't even know how it was. 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago. Just gotten off the headset and walked into my living room and got shot by a bullet. A stray bullet came in my house, and it was life changing, man. And it was at a time when I was in here building, and I actually had to step away from the headset. I couldn't be in the headset for a good month and a half because of the PTSD and not being able to see who's around me or stuff like that. And I actually built some worlds in here that really helped me with healing. And that's why I'll always advocate for primitive shapes building in here, because building in here heals people, and it can heal people with depression, people with PTSD, people going through whatever. That time to heal when you create art is a really good time. And in here, that's what it did for me. And I ended up creating a bunch of chill worlds, Tokyo and chill, London and chill, Chicago and chill. And it was just kind of brought me into who I am today in here. I just kind of kept building and came back stronger and better than ever.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky to be here.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Statistically, I should not be here right now.
People are happy to have you here, bro. Because without, like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Without you, Doug, I would have never built. Like, honestly, bro.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but
I don't know, man. You'd have found your way in the
bro.
Because
I was messing around with it, bro. But like, you made shit a lot more simpler to a point where I was all right. I know what I'm doing, and when at the point when I started building, I wasn't talking to nobody. You already know when I started, I wasn't talking to anybody because I was trying to low key, chill for a minute. And so I was like, you know what? I remember Dunder taught me how to do some shit. I'm gonna fuck around and see what I could do with it. And that's how I ended up hitting crazy up like, hey, bro, I built this shit when I took my break. And he was like, oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I did it the tough love way, man. Because when I came in here, there was no YouTube videos, there was no one to ask a question on how to do something. You had to figure it out. It was like you were in a jail cell and you wanted a tattoo and you had to figure out how to make a tattoo gun. Like, that's pretty much what it was like in here, So I gave him the basics, because that's once you have the basics of snapping and understanding your tools and stuff, you'll be good. So that's what
all
I do
you
with
need.
him.
Hell yeah, bro.
He's going on his way.
Yeah, it's always cool when you teach somebody and then you kind of see where they go with it. I kind of, when Fisho first started to learning to build, because he was kind of like the first person I really took under my wing to like show how to do stuff, helped me create this world. In fact, when he kind of came into the picture, he was like 3 weeks into the platform. He's just going bananas over my builds, and I'm like, bro, you can do that. I was like, bro, you could do this. I was like, don't even trip. I was like, just come sit in on one build. You know what I mean? Just come sit in and watch. And so I think that was a collaboration between me and Fade Game. At the time, Meta was being pretty strict about the what do you call it? Capacity. And they had just patched the old glitch, so it was like you couldn't glitch your worlds anymore. And I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna build a super sick box So I built this tiny little box. I called it a space garage, and we packed 26 people in that thing every night, and just went from there. And after that, he kind of just took off. So, and then now he's doing like he does a lot of his own stuff. So it's like it's really cool to kind of like watch where people go with their builds as they progress. You know,
I mean, I'm lucky enough to come in early in beta, so I've got to see, you know, the names that you guys all know, you know, see them from when they were just club hopping. They didn't know what they were going to do yet, you know. And then there was a day where all of us friends became builders, and we all kind of went our own ways, and it's been cool to see all of them grow. But the best part about all of this, to be honest with you, is like when I first came in here, you know, everyone kind of gets a little ego in them once you start getting your name heard and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I loved it, but there was a point where when people would come up to me and they'd say, Dunder Buildz, you know, you inspired me to start building. I saw this world, or I saw this world. It made me look at things differently. And I was like, wow, just me doing this is causing inspiration. And that really caught on to, like, I like it. It's kind of an addiction now.
Oh, dude, I agree with that 100%, 100%, because, you know, yeah, it's really nice, like, hearing people talk so highly of you and stuff. And, like, it's kind of like, you kind of get, like, this high from it, you know what I mean, for a little while. But I kind of have gotten to a point where I'm at where I'm like, you know, like, I don't really, you know, I used to be worried about packing out my worlds constantly and making sure they're full and doing all that. And then that just became, like, stress and work.
They were full.
And where now it's like, you know what, what do I like? I had to take a step back and look at this. Like, what do I really do this for? You know, what is the purpose? It's not just for the money. It can't be just for the money, or else, you know, it's not. I mean, don't get me wrong, the money's nice, but it can't be just for the money, because then it becomes dull and it becomes bland and it becomes purposeless. You know what I mean? And
not only that, you can't really set your own schedule, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's all set in your own schedule. But the thing is it's like, you know, you want to see people grow also. Like, I don't know, you know, I've always kind of been like a person who's like, I like to see people grow. And I try to help people out, even though that may not be a common thing amongst all creators in here.
Really isn't. I
like to see it personally, but I did this because it was something like when I was like younger and like growing up, it's like, man, where do I have a freaking talent? You know, when you find your talent, you know, it's like that first time you realize, like, dang, I'm actually. You have the confidence in yourself, and you're like, wow, I actually can do this, like, pretty well. You know, it's kind of self-satisfying to know, like, okay, I do have something I'm good at, you know, like.
Well, this platform is the first time you found the talent, so it's kind of crazy that, like, this one thing is what we found as our talent. You know what I mean?
And exactly. A lot of people go their whole life without finding something that is like not just a habit or something that they do on their spare time, but actually something that they are good at and other people are praising you on, you know what I mean? But I do get what you mean about, like, getting bland and shit. Like, I can see how spending days and days in, it gets to a point where it's like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of getting a little bit too much.
Well, because I remember coming in my first day, which, by the way, you guys, I was a drunken troll when I got on here at first.
As most were. You know? Everyone was going to clubs when I first came in.
Yeah, I freaking would come in plastered, freaking run around and cause mayhem amongst everybody's good time. I mean, I was a funny troll though, so, like, I wasn't one of these, like, malicious, violent ones that are out here trying to ruin people's lives and stuff. But
and they be going wild.
I remember like coming in and dressed up as my bot Gingivitis, trolling around. I made a dude fall in love with me as an old lady. This man disappeared for like a year and a half, came back after I built Infinite Penthouse, walks up to her while she's playing music and is sitting there like, Ginger baby, come down here. I had to break the news to him, and he was not happy with
He
me.
was upset. He was thinking, he was
not.
like, if my marriage doesn't work, at least I still got Ginger.
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro. He was really thinking about that shit. Every day he was like, "What this bitch slips up,
yeah.
I'm leaving this bitch for that bitch Ginger on
For
God in
Ginger,
heaven."
dude.
Nah, that motherfucker came back on his shit and said,
Yeah,
"She's
he got
fake?
his heart broken, dude.
She's
He was
fake."
I mean, he was mad as hell. I don't think I ever seen anybody so mad at me, bro. Like that was wild.
You never know who's behind those headsets. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was gonna try to kidnap Ginger.
Yeah, dude, kidnap Ginger. Well, I mean, I should have got a red flag from the guy when his name was like duct tape and gloves.
Yeah, that's a name I'd be a little worried about.
Oh, but it was funny. No, but I think like I remember coming in and like seeing like going into like Metacourt and seeing some of like Takatato's work back then, and like seeing which Takatato was like one of the first like prevalent builders that like at the time that I really ran into and had a conversation with. So I drew a lot of inspiration from him, as far as like the way he would do his lighting and the way that he would do like his accents and his lines and stuff in the world to like kind of make it look like a neon like type of thing. And so I drew a lot off of him. But I noticed like when I came in, I was like, man, there's not a lot of like fictional like type worlds. Like they're all like it's a lot of like recreations of cities. It's a lot of recreations of like houses and things like that.
There's a lot of houses, bro.
Yeah, there's I mean, now space worlds are a dime a dozen, you know what I mean? Like they're all over the place. But I was like, I think that
shit. Everybody was trying to be on Earth.
Yeah, and after I got done with my first build, which was like it's still published by the way, but don't go in there, it's pretty bad.
Is it on
after
Earth,
I got done with that, that's when I was like, okay. I took a 3-month break, came back and was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out. And so I just started hitting the space worlds up, started working with this crazy animated effects and stuff like that, and just really like kind of like pushing simulation, I guess, before I even knew what simulation was, pushing it to the limit and seeing what I could get away with in here. But I look back and I look at all these great builders like Sadie Chan, Victor 3000 at the time, Junior, and I just look back and it's like, like now I have a pretty close relationship with like some of these people, and it's like, when did I stop when did I stop trolling and make that switch? It's kind of hard to like kind of realize like what a little shithead.
Well, I think everybody that first comes in here, they experience the party, the fun, the meeting up with people and drinking till 3 a.m. and the long nights, falling asleep in your headset, like what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a day that they wake up and they say, wait a minute, like there's truly possibilities to make money here. There's truly possibilities to have a business here. There's truly possibilities to grow, to meet new people, to create opportunities for maybe a job that you never thought you'd have that might not have anything to do with VR. You know what I mean? Like endless possibilities in here,
Yeah, I gotta say, I never expected this to take me into 3D modeling. Like, I mean, I never connected the dots when I was building with Primitive in the beginning that like this might go that direction. 'Cause I didn't even know what tri-mesh was. I didn't even know the term when I freaking got on this headset until probably like.
Well, it's kind of their term. It's not really, I mean, it's
When I see tri-mesh, I kind of think about Modern Warfare 2, Rust on like the areas that you couldn't go to. Like the textures in the areas where you're not supposed to go. That's how I've seen like primitive tri-mesh. Like it's the flat texture of something.
No, I mean it's all 3D. It's just
now I get it, but like when
it's the same thing that they would create art. Remember PlayStation 1, those video games that I mean the computer programs that they've been using over the years to create those maps are the same things that we're doing basically.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's cool because like now I've always said like I feel like Facebook has always kind of like commercialized creatives. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be at first like with the Instagram, it was like photos and memes. So creators that's how they would start out. They'd do photo edits and memes, and then slowly YouTube started doing long form videos and short form videos, and then those short form videos turned into, now we have like super short form videos, which are 20-second reels. And in every stage of it, you kind of watch how these companies have like taken a group of people who had no idea what the hell they were doing and then turn them into professional cinematographers and turn them into professional photographers and graphic designers and artists and illustrators and things like that. And I feel like that's kind of what they're doing here also, is they're kind of commercializing and creating a pool of artists and 3D artists and developers. You know what I mean?
It's a brilliant way to create a metaverse. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you wanted to build a metaverse on your own app, you'd have to hire tons of people. But they really just allowed us to create the worlds, So I mean, yeah, like you said, we're literally a pool of creators that they can,
anytime they can
EA, and they're training them to become better here and better here, and I'm sure some will work for Meta. Some already do work for Meta. It's. So.
Yeah, I know several people that have, at least if they don't work for Meta, they're contracted, at a high with a high level through Meta to do work with other studios and things like that. So, it's really neat. Somewhere one day, maybe, hopefully, I can get. I'd like to see this turn into a little bit more than just me running worlds. You know what I mean? And
well, it depends how you look at it, because your world can also be your business. So I mean, you might not need Meta. Maybe you don't want to work.
That's
for
true.
Someone, you want to work for yourself.
That's true. I mean, that is true. But I think I don't know. I don't know.
He said, I don't want to do this forever.
I get antisocial, man. I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to hang out with 400 people tonight. You know what I mean? So
it's understandable though. I can imagine, bro. A lot of people on here are introvert, whatever they call it, so they don't really like to be out, but they trying to use this as a stepping stone for them to be away.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people are getting healing in here as well, as like he said. I met a person who, if this was probably 2 years ago, and it was a weird experience, but I understood it. A guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I really love your worlds. And I went to go up and like shake his hand, and he pulled back real quick. He's like, "No, stay away. I have real high anxiety. I could throw up." Or I was like, "Okay, But I got to know the guy, and over time, I noticed we were getting closer and closer, and different environments were easier for him to be in, and and then he wasn't doing that, But there were times where like 10 people would show up to a world, and you just hear him like he's like, "I'm good," and he just like walked back.
Hey, dude, that's wild.
But he was in here fighting it, So I admire that.
That's hilarious.
Using this space to
it's not funny, bro, but like it's crazy that we experience these type of things on this platform, where you could meet the type of people that, because you never know, like you remember those shows, Addictions, where there were all different type of people that are addicted to weird things.
Eats glass chips and like
exactly. You can really see stuff like that on here, bro. Like you actually meet those people and you find out like a lot of people do have their own little thing they be doing, bro.
Yeah. So we got like 15 minutes left. So I wanted to kind of like see, what's a little bit about the history of Dunder outside of Meta. Like what's kind of tell us a little bit about like what you maybe used to do. And
so I was an executive chef for 20 years out of high school. I was lucky to live in a adoptive family that they love to cook good food, and I kind of learned as I was growing up. Before you know it, I was getting hired for jobs that people out of college weren't even getting, but I was, And before I knew it, I was running country clubs and restaurants and and kind of just building a career out of it. Then I had a son, and I realized that his whole childhood I really didn't see much of it, and I decided to start working from home. So on the side, I did graphic design. And, I have like T-shirts and all types of products on websites that I have designs to. And I got into videography. I had a couple companies that I started, and then this thing came around, and I was like, "What VR? Like, I'm getting one of these, And
right.
I got a
got in
VR
here,
on my PlayStation, dude. I got a VR on PlayStation 3.
Yeah. Did you ever expect like this to become a source of income? Like when you first kind of started? Yeah.
And I feel like I took advantage of the situation when I did it. I mean, it was a good time. Like I said, I came in during beta. And this was like towards the end of December 2021 into 22. I started my first builds for people, and like after the second build, I was like, wait a minute, like nobody's in here doing this. Like I need to hound in on this. Like there's business here.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people that didn't know how to build, didn't want to put in the time. And I thought, well, I can adhere to them and help them get the worlds that they want and the worlds they need to be able to promote what they want to do in here the right way. Some people can build a world for someone, but some people can't build the vision that the person wants for the world. You know what I mean? Just because you can throw some blocks up doesn't mean that you're branding it for them. You know what I mean? That's a different ball game. Once I knew I could do that, I started my own company, and it was up from there. Over 140 builds I've done for people.
Holy smokes!
On top of our city, which is I think we're over 50 now on spaces in there.
I remember going in there. Oh, man, I want to say 20. When did it came? When did that place come out? Is it 2021?
Which one?
City of Adam.
So actually, Golden Hand started in the alley. I mean, I'll even tell this story. So me and him go way back. Golden Hand, he's the CEO and creative director of Primitive Shapes in the City of Adam. And me and him met back in December of 2021, and he had the alley. And the alley was the most talked about world in this Horizons. It was the most realistic thing you could see. Every time you dropped in, you were like, "What the fuck?" Like,
shout out to Golden Hands.
I'm just keeping it real.
Shout out Golden Hands.
I see you over there in the back. Everybody, give him some confetti real quick.
And I myself, I had a company, Dumbloud, who I was working for and with, and they had a vision for the metaverse, and they kind of like went along the same visions as his. And as we became friends, I said, I can't beat you, so I'm going to join you. Like I'd love to be a part of your team if you want to. And that's kind of how Primitive Shapes was, formed. But the alley started it all. And as you walk out in the alley, it turns into 200 block. And that's when Primitive Shapes was formed during, when 200 block was released.
So it all started in the alleyway, man.
Yeah, which by the way, every single world in the alleyway, all those doors, every single one is phenomenal. If you guys haven't been there,
that's his portfolio.
Yeah,
so
if you guys haven't been there, that's you're missing out.
Yeah, I know this is
that's
about
like
me,
a piece of history here. It's a huge piece of history here, So
you said two guys smoking in the alleyway and created this masterpiece.
still, the Kobe Bryant portrait is probably one of my favorite art pieces in here.
Yeah, that portrait changed the game. People that inspired people. I truly believe in here. There was nothing like it in here, and when people saw it, you could do that with shapes. It changed the mindset of thousands, if not tens of thousands of people on how they build in here. People don't realize that, but truth, you know what I mean?
It is. Really. It's I mean, to this day, I mean, I can only aspire, to be able to do something like that. Portraits and stuff, not my thing. Shape manipulation and things, it doesn't really work well for me. But no, I always love looking at like the realistic portraits that people make out of the shapes in here, because it's like,
how did you make
I can never wrap my head around how
that was Golden as well at the office. Like I said,
Mhm.
he's the creative director. He's the
Oh, that was dope.
that's why his name's Golden Hand. His family named him that
Dude,
pretty much. You know what I
Got
mean?
golden hands, bro.
Yeah, I don't got nothing golden on my
Golden
name.
hands, bro. He got good.
Heck yeah. Oh no. So you working on anything new that you plan on dropping that you want to talk about, or still keeping
Yeah,
things
I
under
mean,
wrap?
like I brought no, I mean, always transparent as usual. The city of Adam, you know, we're always releasing new stuff. New things are coming, especially with capacity coming up. So you know, look out for some new interactive experiences, you know, coming out within the city. We just released the 320 on Golden Avenue, which is like a condo. If you haven't seen that, check it out. We also have another spot opening up in the 400 block real soon here, so you'll hear an announcement for that. Yeah, and then other than that, just you know, my Northern Lights worlds. I'm going to keep putting out these relaxing spaces for people to heal in and relax in, and we keep moving forward.
Oh yeah. So that's fucking dope though. I miss I've been like in a build block. You got any advice for that, dude? Like,
well, it depends what you're building. I mean,
oh, man,
Can't talk
everything I
about that.
touch right now, everything I touch, I just throw away.
Google and AI has been really great because you can reference ideas. You know what I mean? So unless it's an idea that you're totally coming up with from your own mind, you know, obviously, but you can still take from 1,000 images to get the one vision that you want. So always just keep referencing things and looking at different things and designs and architecture and illustrations and whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's I've been like I said, I told you I've been choking build mode down lately just because I was like, I'm not leaving build mode until I get something because I feel like for a minute I was just like pumping them out and then it was like boom, like creative exhaustion. You know what I mean? Like just now I'll go in and I'll just look at something. Oh, that doesn't look right, or that looks better in this world, or that looks better in this world, and then like it's like I could do that better, but you know, you don't lose the motivation or whatever. You know.
Take a vacation. Maybe you need to go away. That's what I was trying to do before you invited me here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I was halfway expecting you to be in Aruba and be like, "Hey, sorry, we're not gonna make it," and then we had to drag somebody else in here.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you having me. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram, also dunderbuilds.com, primitive shapes .ca is our website for the city. So if you want to check out the city from, you know, Web 2, you can also do that, or just come on over to the city of Adam.
Heck yeah. We got about 5 minutes left. I think Prince got a question here. Let's see here, Prince. What do you got?
Dunder, the Arabian Nights. You still working on that? That FPS shooter world? You still working on that? Because that's
yeah, it's out.
That's a dope game. If y'all haven't seen that or played it yet, y'all should definitely peep that one too. And like you said, his nowhere is somewhere, somewhere is nowhere. Yeah, the Arabian Nights. Are you still working on it, or are you just?
Well, like all worlds, you know what I mean? There's constantly updates and improvements, you know what I mean? Right now I'm just testing because I'm in the testing process. But yeah, people are loving it. There's a lot of kids running around there shooting each other.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like we might have lost Grams. What's up, Gino?
Man, I just want to say, man, Dunder, you the coldest. You the coldest, bro. I got a lot of work done from Dunder, but man, I like his work. His work speak for itself. No matter how mad you get at him for building, man, he take his time. When you walk in that build, when he done, all the mad or the time go out the window because he floor you every time. But I went in that condo, bro, and I've been stuck in there. That's the coldest. That's the coldest thing I've seen on here, bro. I tell you that all the time. I know you know that, but I had to come pop up in here, bro, and come and hear your interview, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna get up here and say nothing, but I had to. But you the truth,
like I
bro.
said, that was a primitive build, but I appreciate you stopping in and liking it, man.
Man, you already know how what I say. I know Golden Hands the truth too. You know what I'm saying? But bro, you cold, bro. Give yourself a pat on the back, bro.
Gino, thank you.
All right, Matty Cakes, what's up, man?
Yo, what's happening?
Dunder,
Dunder, you've always been a solid dude. I don't really have a question. You've always been a solid dude. Shout out to Gino Tony and all the work he does with the youth and the community. Good for you, bro. You deserve a shout out yourself. And of course, Golden Hand and Primitive Shapes, his team, Amina and everybody. Dude, your consistency is awesome, and you've always supported the stuff that Caddy and I are doing, and we're absolutely gracious for that. And we appreciate you greatly. Keep it up, man. Like sincerely, keep it up. I don't even know what to say because like you've been there so many times. Remember that? Actually, you want to reference a funny story since Grams is here. Remember that time that we were in the cat? What was the name of that world? The one where how did Dunder? Somewhere's nowhere. Right? Grams came in all drunk and he tried to introduce you and me as if we didn't know each other.
I wish he was here to hear this. Yeah, the Grams was drunk one night, didn't know we knew each other.
And what was funny was 2 days before that, he tried to introduce Caddy and I as if we didn't know each other either. That's so funny. But nah, dude, no, we're not pulling to remove somebody.
Yeah,
stop that. No, but dude, honestly, keep up the good work. You and everybody else on the team.
I appreciate it.
And crazy advice for you. Literally, if it feels like everything that you're touching is not working out, remember them paintings that they used to have where like it had them crazy. You couldn't see the picture, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to step back and unfocus in order to focus on something for it to come to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did that for about 6 months and then I felt like I forgot how to build. So yeah, I was like,
that's what I do.
Yeah, but I
stay
appreciate
blessed,
it.
brother.
Hey, you too, man. Appreciate you.
Let me see here. Why is I don't have my remote. I'm over here jumping for no reason. Oh, what's up, Golden Hands?
You're muted.
You're muted right now.
What's up? I give a shout out to Dunder. I guess to help also on to what Batty said about inspiration, just start hanging out with Dunder more. he got ideas out the
you talk
woodwork.
about I hike around with you for inspiration.
Well,
so.
it's a soup. It's a soup.
Yeah, there you go.
I appreciate this guy, man. Like somebody said consistency. I think it was you, Maddie. And this guy is consistent. Every time he puts a block in the world, it's gonna turn out to be something great. So but nobody knows the bad side about Dunder, man. Like the guy is always on his headset in his underwear.
I'm literally in my underwear right now.
I know you just got your drawers on right now. So.
That's funny.
No, but other than that, man, yeah, this guy's a special dude. So man, shout out. He inspires me as well. Always coming up with some intricate idea. Some of them work, some of them don't, but that's the best part about it. So mad love to you.
Get back here.
Thank you.
How'd you get back here, bro? What the heck? Let's send him out. Hold on 1 second.
You know I'm meditative, man. Don't do that.
I gotta put you where you belong, man. You gotta respawn. What the hell? Just come in and crash the damn show. Anyways, that's pretty much it. We're right on time today, but Dunder, I don't know what the hell happened to Grams.
Blame it on Meta. That's what everybody else does.
I don't know, but now I got shit to give him because I was late. Well, he disappeared early, so I think that's worse. But anyways, but anyways, I just want to appreciate you coming on the show, taking your time. Sorry for being late. It's my bad. I'm usually on time for everything else. Big J, that looks like a child, but I got this damn mod tool in my face. I just want to appreciate everybody that's here. We're going to wrap the show up now. Big shout out to Golden Hands, Sadie Chan, Got Maddie and Caddy in the audience. Got Not the Bake up there. Freaking big shout out to Dunder Buildz. Dunder, if there's a world you want to go to, you want to try to take everybody to, when we get done here, you go ahead, just pop a portal right up here in the front and we'll all jump through and we can go check it out and stuff.
Well, I'd rather just say, I mean, just search City of Adam and check out, any part of that, Can't really pop a lot of people through a portal, so.
Yeah, that's right. They got that's like 7 people now or something like that in the max or something.
Mine
like
says 2 or 3 sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's around like based off who's all around.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
All right,
you know,
man.
You my boy, man. Quit playing with me, man.
Well, I guess I got
I gotta show the skills off. That's all.
All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming out and check out the Infinitely Chill podcast where conversation always gets better. I'm signing out of my truck. It's hot as balls out here. Take it easy.
Okay, his apartment